friends.
What's up, Goofy Geekers? What's going on?
It's nothing. What's going on with you? I feel like I'm very high up today.
I won't get to the table so long.
All right. Let's just get this out of the way. I bought this super cool table, the coffee table. And it's one that lifts up.
Yes. So she bought it for her living room, plus the idea of, instead of setting this table up.
Yes, because it's so much fun.
It would be lifting it up, and then we just do our live off this table.
Yeah.
And
so I built this, which, by the way, I needed the help of Joey to put it together.
Yeah, clearly.
Because it has an inside thing that you can put stuff in.
Right.
And you can't hold it and screw it in at the same time because it just does not work that way. No. So then we put the hydraulics on it so it can go up and down, you know. It's always a good thing to have. And it's too low. It's
not too low. It is like to our knees when we're sitting while it's up.
Yes. So it's too low.
So it is so low that your niece and nephew would probably be perfect height.
Yeah.
Sitting
42 inches. Actually, I think she's like 36 or something like that. Like even smaller. Like it's so perfect low. For a 2-year-old.
Yeah. To sit and eat.
Yes, on the floor.
While standing up, while the table's up.
Right.
Yes. I think it was a good idea, but it just didn't work out that way.
It just needs to be a couple inches taller, and it would have been fine, but it's not.
Every time a woman said that to me.
Yes.
Because I'm really short, and it's still too small for me. So
I can't send it back, so here we are. Setting the table up.
Okay.
I'm so sad.
What's the topic for tonight?
We're just going to talk. Talk about TV shows we like, movies that we've been watching.
Talk about stuff. Talk about life. Talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, we're just going to talk. We need a break.
Need a break from the movies.
How was your week?
My week was good. I got through the day.
Today or every other day?
It's one of those weeks. It was really hot here. I felt like, oh yeah, this is great. I was supposed to cut the lawn, so I'm like, Monday, rain. Don't cut the lawn. Doesn't rain. Oh no, it did a little bit in the morning, right? So
it rained on and off all night too.
Yeah, it did, right? But all afternoon sun.
Yeah.
Right? That's okay. It rained in the morning. So I get it. Tuesday came. It was like pouring rain. Severe thunderstorms.
Yeah. All day.
Right.
Supposed to.
Right.
Sun not a fucking thing.
All day. Like I just sat there like. But I know the second my ass sat on the lawnmower. Yeah. Right on me, and I would be like, okay, I'm dead.
Although, never mind. I'll keep that thought inside.
It's probably.
I don't want to be banned.
And
I gotta find a therapist.
So, since we're talking, the Goofy Geek is going to go under another transformation.
All right, simmer.
No comment. Stop playing with it.
Yeah,
it won't be. There you go. It was the way you touched it.
Here it comes.
Oh, at least it's giving you a warning. So
slowly. I'm gonna be hyper focused on this for a minute. It's a growing on a show.
Yeah, there you go. So, like, the Goofy Geek is going under some changes. No one watches this, so the 3 people who do watch will understand.
Might be Ashley, might not be.
Yeah.
Depends on
So what's happening is that I have some admins and me who have a particular type of sense of humor. And we seem to always get in trouble for things that I wouldn't say was bad. But Facebook has all these things now, and they're becoming even stricter. We're just looking at comments where they're now hiding because it could offend you.
Yeah.
Like, and okay, I get it. That's what the world is now, and I'm trying not to fight it. Like, I'm not trying to be that old guy who's like, in my day we could tell everyone off, and everyone would just joke about it, because it's true. That's how it was. But I understand, and but I have had I've had a week of my account being locked down. I've had several days. It depends on what the infraction is, and the page is now in super trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So we've decided, because of our sense of humor, and we can't see the bad part because it keeps changing.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, and every strike you get now is a strike, and it doesn't disappear. So after 12 years, I have like 4 strikes, which is really bad.
Right. Because you get one more, right?
Like, I think it's
out.
like 5
Yeah.
or 6. And I'm sure there's people who have more. It depends on the strike. Each strike you get now.
Yeah.
What it is. So, like, one of the strikes I have is it's a picture that someone made of me and John Barrowman hugging each other in a very sexual way. We are naked, but everything's hidden. It's one of those, like, you're laying everything particular way.
Yeah.
And that was one of our first things that we got for saying there was nudity, but yet there is 0 nudity. And I tried to fight it, and they said no. And that was like a major strike that I got. So I don't know what to do, because I don't want the page to close, because I've been doing this for 12 years. Not all my admins have been here for all 12 years, obviously. Some have come and gone. So what I'm going to plan to try to do is Sunday nights at 10, I'm going to do a live.
PM.
Yeah, PM. Well, Eastern Standard Time, I should say, because it's different times for everybody else. I'm going to try to do a one-on-one live at 10 o'clock. Just talking about, like, super geeky stuff that you and I don't talk about. Like, because I'm a super geek. And not that that's the topic, but we really are going to deep jump into the nerdum, geekum of them all, of, like, Doctor Who, Star Wars, just anything we can think. Like, anything. I'm going to try to see if some people will come and talk with us. Maybe some guest people will come. Maybe not. Like, and when I say guest, I'm hopefully go through Facebook, and where I have the little speaker so they can, like, talk to.
Yeah.
And then we are going to do a live again. I know we got rid of the live here, but we're going to bring back a live, and we kind of figure out, we're going to set it up this way, and you kind of above the table. Well, that's what we're going to call it, like, above the table. So
that's what we're going to call it? I love it.
Above the table, since we'll call it above the table, and it's basically we're planning to start we're going to start a little before the live. You can watch us set up, and then we're going to do the podcast, and then at the very end, maybe have a little talking thing where we kind of more address you guys. If you guys are talking to us on the live, that's the plan. And then I'm coming out with another podcast.
He's coming out, guys.
I am.
About fucking time.
I am coming out with
the
another
water's
podcast.
nice over here.
But it's all about crafting. I don't know if the geeks will really get into this, but there will be a lot of crafting stuff, and just crafting stuff. Like, I don't want to say everything, because it's like anything you can craft. Because, I mean, down to the people who paint the little figures, to people who make bows, like, what I mean, just crafting, just any type of craft stuff. That's going to be like a little talk show, because I'm going to have guests. I'm going to have, like, proper guests that do certain things on that. So that's going to be like a late night show. I'm trying to set it up like. So when we have a guest, they'll talk about this. We're going to some jokes, little skits, little things, little funny things in each thing. And then that will be the 3 things for the week. So the first one will be on Sunday nights. Then the other one will be posted on Wednesday nights, and then we do our live on Thursdays. So it'll be on Thursday nights, and then we're not doing anything for the weekend, because we haven't done the weekends for a while. And that's it. It's
weekend's the weekend.
I used to post years ago. I used to post well, not just me, but we used to each have a day,
Mm-hmm.
and we do 7 days a week, and I probably have a good 10 years of, a good like 5 years of just boom,
Memes.
just
Yeah.
banging them all out,
Hey.
like that. Hey now,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I know people who are like, oh, why don't you give it? I know a lot of people say, why don't you let other people have control? That's what everyone always says. Why don't you give the page to somebody else? Well, unfortunately, I have a story on this page, and I have a lot of.
Well, it's not even that. It's like having a new restaurant or having your favorite restaurant
Right.
be under new management, and now it sucks.
And now they changed all the things, and
I'm not saying that it would suck.
But the Goofy Geek means something to me because it used to be Goofy Who,
right?
And this page, like you said a while ago, is my baby, and they're threatened to they're threatened to shutting it down because of all the strikes we're getting, and the problem is if they were more consistent of what they're saying, then I'd be okay. But I feel like now we're getting to a point where they're hiding posts because, I mean, I read the comment. The comment just said, if someone hit my kid, watch them hit my kid, see what happens.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, well, that doesn't sound that bad to me. Like, that's a mom being a mom. That's like, you touch my kid, you see what happens.
Right.
Who doesn't think that way? I'm sure somebody doesn't, but again, this is me. I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, so I guess I have a different outlook of the world now. But yeah, I think there's going to be some changes. I think some good for this one. I think this is good to get the live back because a lot of people liked it. And we tried to make it that more people would come to the YouTube because they weren't coming, and I think because
now we have even less people on YouTube.
It just didn't work.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know about you, but I am a creature of I don't care. I keep throwing stuff on the wall and see what sticks because there is no right way.
Yeah.
Just because it worked for Joe this way doesn't mean it worked that way for us.
Yeah.
Or this guy does this. Well, that's great. Are we gonna we did challenges in the very beginning? We did a lot, and a lot of people don't know it was kind of stressful.
It's hard
because we kept
come up with something,
right? We were getting,
because then we had to top it and then top it and then top it, and you can only top it so much,
right? And there's a ceiling,
right?
And a lot of
there's a line between a podcast and just a video,
right? And then what happened was the challenges were fun. I mean, they were fun. I mean, not the hot chip, but everything else was fun. But
I'm so surprised that you wanted to do that. I'm surprised you're living after that.
I know. Let's not talk about it.
I'm getting the shit just thinking about it.
I know. I gotta go.
My belly hurts.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
13 minutes in.
I'm out.
And there was our podcast.
Still wiping.
Bring your mic with you.
No, you know what?
I'll edit out the sounds.
And
all I can picture is the Dumb and Dumber scene.
We're talking about TV shows and we're talking about the show. Well, you know what? This is where
this
it's
is
going.
a TV show.
This is the way it's going. Yeah. And it got really stressful because we kept being like, oh, what's new? And then it was like, oh, this challenge. And it's like, well, how are we supposed to do that for an hour? And then we kind of was like, well, what's our theme here? What's our, what are we going with? And we kind of we got super organized in the beginning, and then it just fell all apart.
Yeah.
No, not fell apart bad, but we just kind of just ran down the road. We didn't even look that there were turns and we just ran. And I feel like we just picked roads that sounded really good, and they were great. There's some of them that I hate that we don't have videos for. That was oh, that was such a good one. The phobia one, and then we don't have videos for those.
Yeah.
There were some things that I wish we could redo, but I was kind of like, well, okay. So I think we kind of sat down and we tried to get organized, and we're like, what do you want to do? Let's do movies and things like that, because we were talking about how our age difference and what kind of movies, and we're going to watch some really new movies, and we're going to watch some old movies, and then compare the two, or we've talked about Blazing Saddles, and we talked about how it really kind of didn't hold on time, and it really wasn't that good. Out of all the movies he made, there's good moments, but not all of it. Yeah. And then we watch like a newer movie, which was Napoleon. I was like Bonaparte, because I was like little emperor or dictator.
What?
Yeah, Napoleon
yeah.
Bonaparte.
Yeah.
You know, the guy used to be. Actually, he wasn't little. That was just a little thing.
How do you know?
No, because he was normal height. He was about.
Did somebody post
5'7". I only know because he was like 5'7", and I'm like, oh, he's actually a little bit taller than me. So I was like,
I was going a different way. You were just not on the same train. You don't even know.
I'm out. I'm going to bathroom. We watched that movie, Dynamite, and I did not find that funny at all.
No.
Like, I was like,
I think if like I watched it when it was like popular, it might have been different.
Maybe because my attitude would have been different. Like, you know, like the mentality.
Like this was like the movies that were out, you know. But like watching, it's like,
nope. Nah.
Yeah.
And it was just weird. And so we kind of now sit back, and now the page is kind of in trouble. And I don't want to just leave all my fans just done. Like I could just not touch it anymore. And I just kind of feel like, well, that sucks for everybody.
Yeah.
Because people who clicked on, and people are going to leave anyway. Like, I already feel like they're going to leave because people are like, I don't want to watch these videos.
Yeah.
And then they're going to leave. And I don't say this, but being an admin of a page is a thankless job. Because I feel like I spend... Well, I should say each admin probably spends an hour a night strolling through stuff, trying to find, like, Googling things or thinking stuff of funny memes. And then we post, and then people always have some comment. Like, I always love it. Like, this is old. I saw this, like, in 2009. You're like, well, that's great. This is the first time I've seen this one. Right. So I thought it was funny, and so I posted it.
Right.
Or... oh, this is inappropriate, this is sexist. And it's like, well, it's supposed to be funny. And the best thing is that my admins, besides Shannon and I have a bisexual, I have a full... God, I got to make sure I say this right. Mm-hmm. They go by his... what is it, pronouns? Mm-hmm. So it's a him... Mm-hmm. If you understand what I mean, but I don't leave it like that. Okay. Because I don't want to disrespect him, because he wasn't always him, and then he became him, and I want to make sure I say it right.
He embraced
right.
himself.
And I just want to make sure, because
they are
important.
Yeah.
They're important. And that's
part of
it's awkward
us,
for me, because and they have been very nice, because when they had a haircut, I went, oh, and you look really, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, handsome.
Yeah.
Like, I was, and absolutely nice. And they were like, we get what you're saying. You know? I was like, no.
Yeah, because you don't want to be offensive. No, and, like, everyone takes everything so negative these days. And you're just trying so, like, you're not trying too hard, but it's like, you're trying to be sensitive about it.
Right.
But... At times, it hurts. It depends. Yeah.
It hurts sometimes. Yeah. Not hurts to do it. No. It hurts that it's like...
I didn't mean it this way. Let me explain. It's like got it? Simmer down. I was probably someone else. You probably have to explain it.
I have a bisexual who is very proud of it. And I have a nice, big, like, span of people. I had a mother at one time. She doesn't work for us anymore, but... like a mother of I think it's like 3 or 4, like and we all have
all these
like,
different
branches, and yet people like, I can't believe how sensitive, and I'm always like, if they knew who just posted that, like
they are part of that,
they think that's funny. Like they think that's funny.
People are like,
they see me as the head person, but there's other people. I'm part of the Goofy Geek, and now I'm letting them. I'm told them they all can go, because
that's the thing too. Like and everyone thinks everything's so sensitive or whatever, but it's like I understand to a point, but like I'm also like the chillest person ever, you know. But it's like, like somebody once said, like, I don't mind being called, like, I can use the word faggot, but
Right.
you can't.
Right.
You know?
Oh no, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The guy in my group who is one admin, I won't say his name, but he's a black man, and he doesn't like the N word in there. So I always tell him, if someone posts the N word and something really offends you, just shut it down, even though it's uncensored and stuff like that. I was like, I've kind of talking about, like, it's uncensored, so things are going to come up pretty harsh in here because it's uncensored. He goes, yeah, I'm pretty good, but if the N word said a certain way, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I go, I respect that. If it's too bad, you don't like it, take it down. I won't say nothing.
Right.
Or he'll say, can we take this down? And usually I'll say, oh, it doesn't that bad, but if it offends you that much, then maybe you should take it down. But I don't think he's taken anything down. Like, he hasn't taken, or if he has, it's been one or two things that probably pushed a little bit too far. But Facebook would have done it anyway, I think.
Yeah.
But it's like, people are like, it's uncensored. It's uncensored. And it's like, yeah, it's.
But you still have to censor it.
You got to be a little bit. You got to bring some of it back.
Right. There's still a line there.
Yeah, I know. Even though we go right to that line. Like, I
Right.
posted something that I had a few of my friends went, what? Did you see the one I post? I post not Elton.
Take your time.
The guy from Greece.
Okay.
John Travolta singing I Got Chills. They're multiplying, and he's pointing to a freezer door, like a freezer door to a morgue.
Oh no.
Really? And I asked if it was too soon. Super inappropriate, but really funny.
But pushes the envelope for sure.
Pushes the envelope. But that's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
So if you don't like that,
Then you don't have to be part of the group.
You don't part of the group, or you just stroll by.
Yes.
And most of you have to agree not to report, not to, like, if you don't like it, stroll by. So there are some things that, there's been some things that I've gone, that's funny, but I wouldn't post that. Like, there's been some things that I swallowed.
Hey, can one of you guys post that?
It's wicked funny, but I'm going to get in so much trouble.
Right.
The boss and I have had, Shannon and I've had fights over what she goes, this isn't funny. And I'm like,
yes, it
is. Like, it's wrong.
Yes.
But
it's so
fun.
wrong but it's so funny.
And, but like I said, there are some lines that I,
Right.
like, I don't like when someone just calls someone a plain out name,
yeah.
Like, I don't have, we can have funny memes, but I don't have bad people talk to, like,
Right.
I don't deal
It's
with
not like,
I don't have people on, like, start talking trash. Like, I always say, you talk bad, you block somebody, you're out. I don't even mess with that, like, in the group.
Yeah.
In the page, I kind of try to let things go a little bit because I do believe in freedom of speech as long as it doesn't get too bad or get too nasty.
Speaking of that, not to change gears or
go
anything,
ahead,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna squirrel real quick. We almost had a brawl in the salon the other day.
Oh my gosh.
So I had a very political woman in my chair.
Oh, no. Political in the way as she's running, or she's just politically minded?
Minded.
Okay. So she has a strong political view.
Yes.
Okay.
And then...
which I respect. Whatever it is,
right.
I respect.
Yes. I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Political views is like religion.
Yes.
You want it. You believe it. I'm happy for you. Don't come shoving it down my throat.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. Go ahead.
Right. And then...
You're being so good at this, by the way.
Yes. The other renter that we have, she had another politically minded, but for a different
side.
Yes.
For a different side.
And
now, these are both customers now.
Yes.
Okay, so it's
and
not...
we're both doing nails right now. I don't even know if I should share this, but I'm going to. Too late.
No names.
I know.
No names. No names.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not even going to tell you the renter's name.
No, yeah. No names.
Absolutely not. So, something
I swear to God, I thought you were going to be like, and then Janice.
We'll call her.
No.
No, I'm not even going to do that. But
Heaven.
So this bitch. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're going to get in trouble.
Right.
No,
I'm kidding. So something was said, and I don't even know how it started, but then all of a sudden, like, the renter's client turned around and started like raising her voice, sharing her opinion, and then mine was like talking over her, and I'm just sitting there like, and finally the renter was like, "We're done. Come, reel it back in. It's your own opinion, you know." And then her client would say something under their breath, and then mine would say it under their breath. I'm like, "We're done. We're done. Shut it down. New conversation."
How about those Knicks?
Right. She was like, "Let's change the subject," and all of a sudden, like, my mind went blank. I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about. Like,
how about those Knicks?
Nick who? But anyways,
I have been in that situation because when I was younger, used to have a strong political view, and I have gotten myself into some trouble because you feel it, like you burn it, you feel it, but I've learned, you know what? I this is the best thing someone ever taught me. We're going a big squirrel here, but best thing everyone taught me is each side has their own people because it helps each worker. So if you're a particular worker that works for something, that benefits you, and it benefits you. So why wouldn't you be on that side?
Yeah.
So for instance, if one side said all hairdressers don't have to pay taxes, why would you be on the other side?
Right.
Like, why would you be on the other side? Like,
I wouldn't.
Like right. You just go, okay.
So I can keep all my money?
Yeah, I keep all my money. Like,
for sure.
No. In your head, I'm being really dramatic about this. But that's how it works.
Yeah.
So both sides feel the fire because they can lose something from it. And that's all it is. And when I heard that and you really think about it and you break down each side, it really does. And they're like, oh, no, this is the rich and the poor. No, break it down more.
Yeah.
Break it down to where it's union, not union. Small businesses. Break it down even further. You'll get to a point where you'll go, oh my gosh, this, like, why wouldn't, if you were a landscaper and you're starting your own business, why would you want that instead of this? Like, or if you're a union person or you're a teacher, why would you want this instead of that? Like, it doesn't make, like, if you look at it that way, that explains why there's so much heat and where you live. And where you live, because the type of job you have or that community that survives on that is what makes you politically left or right or what blue, green, whatever color you want. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, since that old man told me that, I've kind of changed my opinion about it. It's always like, what do you do for a living? And then they'll say it, and I'll be like, okay, I almost 9 out of 10 times can tell you who it is. Not that the other side can't see the other side. Yeah. But you can almost okay, I'll get one or two in this field, but most of them will be for this color or this, you know. Yeah. When I say color, red or blue or whatever, you know. So it's so funny because, and that was one of my admin kept getting herself in trouble because she has a political view and she's very strong. And I'm
not saying like you can't voice your opinion, but there's no need to be in each other's face.
Oh, you want to hear this? Her and I got in a really big fight. Relaxing. We got in a big fight over something. And we were talking.
You're still not friends.
No. We actually, I love her like a sister. Like I don't know where I'd be without. There's 3 women that helped me with the page from the beginning it opened to now, and I don't know where I'd be without these 3 women. Yeah. I'll just say their first names. The first one was Holly. She helped me with the editing when it came to the writing because she corrected all my spelling problems because I literally spelled like I wrote like a 14-year-old. Same. The second was a girl named Jackie who helped me pretty much get Goofy Who away from the story and be more about like memes and stuff. And then Kara now she's been there since Goofy Who became Goofy Geek and has been there ever since. And she's her and I got in this really big tiff one time about politics, so bad that we actually had to Facebook call each other, and then the second we called each other, things changed.
Yeah.
Because like she heard my tone, she
yeah,
heard
and that's
how,
the thing with,
and
like,
all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, well, you're not
yelling at me.
No,
Yeah.
you're not as." Because I'm conservative. Like,
yeah.
You're not as conservative as I thought you were. And then I was like, you're not as liberal as I thought you were. Like, we actually found more of a middle point.
Yeah.
We didn't agree on everything.
Right.
But then we found.
And that's how people.
But it's like, as soon as we started talking, it was like, boom. But when we were typing, it was like, yeah. Well, and this one did this. Like, and we're like, and she's from Canada. So there were certain things that were different.
Yeah.
Like, she was brought up one way, I was brought up another way. Right. There are some different rules that I didn't even know about. Like, I always thought Canada was like a cheap knockoff of the United States. And then, here again, ignorant American, because that's how we all are. Then when you find out, you're like, oh, no, you guys are so different. Mm-hmm. You guys are so different.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you have that. Oh, you don't do that. I like that. Why don't we do that? Like.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast the other day.
Much better than ours.
Well, they got a lot more people than us.
Shut up, our 3 is enjoying this right now. Just our last one, we got 0.
Because of the spoilers, Well, we'll just think of that. But anyways, she was like, like, America was always told, like, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best. And it's like telling a little kid, like, I'm the best, like, you're the best, always being told and thinking that you're the best. And then, like, other people come and they're like, well, actually, you're not. Like, we actually have this, and this is actually better. And, this person's actually better. Like, but it's like, no, I'm the best. I'm the best.
No, I never think that way.
Right. I don't think America's that great.
I don't think America's bad.
No, I don't think we're as great as everything.
I always like I always say, we have our pros and cons. I feel like every place you can go, pros and cons.
Absolutely.
It's pros and cons. Like, hey, I can do this. Yeah, but we have this. And they'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not
you gotta
good.
pick your better two evils.
I mean, like, if you go to Arabia there or any place in the Middle East, there's some really great things you can do, and there's some horrible things you can do, and then you just go, okay, I don't like, no.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
Yeah, that's too much. Like,
good for you, but no thanks.
What is it like? Like, there's certain countries that, like, the place is so clean, it's whatever. Yeah, but if you drop anything, you're like, you're going to get stick to death. Like, you're like, okay, that's a little bit much. I don't think I want to live there. Like, like.
In Russia, you can never slow down.
So,
sorry. I had to do it.
I love when people get mad when she posts things, because I always just sit there and go, did I know that she's bi, she's an open bi, like, what's going on here? Like, what is the problem?
Like, because everyone behind a screen,
because they just see the post.
Yes.
They don't get the inside
and they
joke.
just have to fight.
Yeah.
They need to fight about everything. Everything needs to be a big discussion.
They have to prove a point that
that they're for us, that they're against us.
Whatever. And it's and the weirdest thing is, I hate that I have to always say, I have black friends. I have gay friends. That's the big thing lately. I have gay friends. Like, I always feel like I'm defending myself. Right. And it's like, now the new thing I always seem to be like, I have young gay friends. Yeah. You do? Because if I say I have old...
See, I hate that too.
Because I have to say I have old gay friends, it's like, oh yeah, they're just like you, so they grew up there, they don't know better. And it's like, I remember when people wanted to get married.
Who's your friends that are young?
You guys. Which is like...
I just do this for you.
Brian, brother.
Who are you?
Yeah, I know. Story of my life. No, but I do care. Like, I tried to... And some people are like, oh, well, this is offensive. This is... I'm like, listen, I don't know. It's
offensive to you.
I've had people write to the page. Like, who's doing this? And I'm like, okay, this is what we have. We have, I have to go through the list. And they're like, well, who posted? I'm like...
Pick one. Doesn't matter.
What does it mean? It matter. Like, we have a committee here of people, and if they're all finding it funny, why are you? Because I'll sometimes say, is this too much? And they'll be like, no, that's funny. Yeah. Like, I'm gay, and that's funny. Like, and you're like, okay, I want to put this down. Like, and then you have someone really mad.
It's almost like you have to post, this was cleared by... This gay person said it was okay, so I could post it. Isn't this funny?
That's actually what I did for the group. I had this thing where there's a small committee, and then we had to vote if someone had taken it too far, if we were going to take it down or not. And most of everyone's like, I don't think I'm ever going to say anything. Right. And I'm like, okay, guys, you're all bad. Like, and it's like, well, everyone's like you. Yeah, I did. I found him, her.
Well, they wouldn't want to do it if it wasn't the same.
Right, like same sense of humor.
Right.
And it's like, well,
then they'd be part of a different group that has their humor.
Right. And so I'm like, why don't they go to, and I always seem like this generation, this society, because I feel like it's rubbing off on older people too. This is what I want, and this is what I'm going to get, or that there's going to be hell to pay.
Yeah.
I also just feel 12 years ago, it was easier, where now everything's video. Like, finding memes are getting harder and harder. And when I find them, they're really cutting edge lately, because they're really cutting edge, like the ones I find. And I kind of go, okay, but like right now the page is restricted, and I'm just kind of like, what do I do? So I came up with A, B to kind of keep it going. If no one wants to stay, that's fine. I'm not going to make people stay, or, I'm not going to...
You're not chasing people.
I'm not chasing
people.
people.
Wait, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't...
You can't.
I can't. I've learned
Nobody's got the time.
Nobody got time for that.
Right. And, like, why would you want to do that? Like, why would you want to... Because, you know what? You're not going to be able to cater everyone.
Yeah, I kind of do feel that way. I felt that way a lot in my life. Just different things. Some things I've had to learn that the hard way, and there's some things that I've kind of learned easily. For me right now, it's just I'm very devastated, because it's 12 years of, originally it used to be a story. No one even goes to the album, so they have no clue there's even a story there. It's not a great story. It was a story that I put together, and I had 100 fans that used to kind of read the story and then write. Like, I would put something on the page, and they write stuff.
I can't tell you how many times I looked at the pictures.
Yeah, no.
I like looking at I'm not a reader. Yeah, I just can't read and follow along.
The other thing was changed was the way the words were, because years ago, you would see the picture, and then the words would be on the bottom, very clear. Now the words are on the picture, so you have to delete the picture. Like, delete the word to look at the whole picture, or read the words, and it's not the same, and I understand why people don't read it. I get it. But at that time, that was new. No one had really done that. I'm not saying I did it first person, because I'm sure someone did before me, but I had, like, a following. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, you got 155,000. I'm like, yeah, no. I had, when it was story, I got it up to... I believe it was 10,000 for just the story.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Just for that, and not a lot of people are like, it stinks. Or you used action figures that were somebody, and you named them something. I'm like, yeah, well, because the show had, I had to keep.
It's
getting
like an
bigger.
actor. Like you gotta change their name.
Yeah, like I had to keep getting it bigger and bigger and bigger, and everyone had a comment, and I have to admit. There are things in the storyline, because there's 5 seasons and there's 10 episodes in each season, so that's a lot.
It's a lot.
And there's a lot of things that I'll sit back and people are like, it sucked. I'm like, you're right, it sucked. It wasn't my best. It was my very first time ever really writing. I think I could have done better, but that's what I did, and people followed.
Yeah.
Or liked. What do you want me to do? If I was, I love my best friend. One of my best friends from high school, his name was Rich. We used to go play basketball, and when we go to other playgrounds to play, or first thing someone said, "You guys good?" And he goes, "Well, I'm not that good, or I'd be playing in the NBA." Like why would I be here? And he'd be like, "Why would we be here for good? Yeah. If we were that good, why would we be here playing with these guys?" Yeah. And I'd be like, "Yeah, I know. Like, I'm 2 feet tall. Like, clearly I'm not that good.
I'm so good at this game."
Like, watch out. I'm going to be like, dunk.
Right.
And he'd be like, no, you guys. I'd be like, hey, we're as good as what we are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, against you guys, you might be better, so we're not going to be good.
Yeah.
Or you guys might be worse than us, and we might be better than you guys. Yeah. So who knows? We're going to play, and if you think we're good, then we're good. Right. You don't want us our team next time, don't pick us. And the guy's like, well, I ain't wasting my pick on you guys. And I'd just be like,
don't.
All right, fine.
Right.
Like,
we're going to continue.
We're going to keep... No, we were trying to get into the game. And so we were playing. And then finally they're like, oh, yeah, guys, come over. You guys are okay. You guys play pretty good. And it was like, yeah, pretty good for 3 high school kids. You know, like, none of us were NBA players.
Right.
But I kind of figured out that way. Like, people are like, yeah, it's not so good. Yeah, well, I'm not Stephen King. Sorry. Like, it was 12 years ago. It was my first time ever trying to do something, and I tried to do it.
Yeah.
I'm
that way with, like, people, too. Like, being gay, you know.
I'm being gay.
It's a full-time job. But, I mean, like, I know that not everyone's going to like me. And at first, like, when I first came out, I'm like, well, why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? But as I get older, I'm like, all right, then just don't be part of my life then. Like, I don't need anything from you. I don't.
So, wait a minute. You think the people who don't like you is because you're gay?
One of the major reasons why these people don't.
Okay.
Like.
I already figure. Like, I have a rule in my life. Okay. I am a very hyper, funny... I pushed the line. When I was younger, I pushed it way far. I didn't understand there was a line.
Yeah.
Like, and I wouldn't see it. I would just keep...
Run past it.
Oh, no. I, like, miles past it. Like, most people were like, we're not...
The turn was way back there.
Like, they were like, we're not inviting him ever again.
Yeah.
And I used to... Like, my parents would be like, nah, you just got to tone it down. You're really loud. You got to bring it down. And... I used to be like, oh yeah, okay, bring it back. And then all of a sudden we get going and everyone would start joking. I'd be like, oh, I can do this. And then I go way past it again. And then I got to a point where I found a few friends and I ran way past things and they would just laugh and they'd just be like, and I just never felt like I ran past it.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you get someone like, okay, all right, you said it twice already, all right, or or okay, enough, But I never felt like it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And then I realized the people who made it a big deal, I don't want to be with them anyway.
Yeah.
Because I had 4 people who saw me for the moment, and it took me a long time to realize, because I always wanted to be liked by everyone. I always wanted to joke with everybody. I never wanted to be, and I always seemed to have those people who hated me, and I could never understand why they hated me.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 people in my life since I was a kid who don't talk to me. Mm-hmm. One, because she said I should know. I am 46 years old. I still don't know. She stopped talking to me when she was 12 and I was like 14.
Yep.
Still don't know. Another one said to me, I beat him too many times, and his last year was supposed to be his year not to get seconds, and I still beat him, so he hates me.
Like beat him up or beat him?
No, riding.
Oh.
That I beat him.
You gotta get some context there.
Well, I said seconds.
Smacking him out.
I said seconds.
Yeah, but that could be anything.
We're not talking about sloppies. And I just was like, okay. And he stopped talking to me. And we're 18. And he stopped talking. Like, he just was like, not talking to me. And it was like, and I just got to a point. Oh, I don't. You want to know? You want to be honest? I don't fucking care. There you go. I usually don't swear. There you go. I don't fucking care. I didn't care because you know what? I like who I am. You don't like me? I get it. I'm not for everybody. I get it. I'm not for everybody. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm just like, there's a day when someone wakes up and says, I'm done. That's the other thing. Friends don't last forever. Mm-hmm. You think they will. You want to.
That's the hardest part about being friends, is that you don't actually break up.
You don't.
You just stop talking. And it's like, oh, I wonder what happened to them.
No, life happens. Yeah. And then you get like, I don't have time.
You don't have the closure. So it's not.
It is.
It feels weird.
It feels weird. Just like, oh, why don't you call me over? Yeah, because I don't go out anymore. Like, I don't do that anymore. I don't have parties anymore. I don't, whatever kept you together.
Yeah.
I always feel there is like literally your life is broke up into 4s all the time. Like, think about it. Like, when you go into elementary school, you got like roughly your 4.
The whole class is your best friend.
Like, yeah, but you got like those 4 years, like those, kindergarten to 4th grade.
Yeah.
Those are your years. Like, soon as you get to now you get to elementary, you go to middle, right? Well, in America, it's middle school, right? Then those kids are all your friends for the next 4 years, and you can't even imagine like life
Not being without them.
like now.
Yeah.
But now you hit high school, you don't see any of those kids that you saw in middle school at all, and all of a sudden you're with the kid that you knew in middle school, but you didn't know him because he was never in your classes, like in your learning centers. Now he's in all your classes, or she, and now you start talking to him, and now you're friends with him, and then you think to yourself, how was I not friends with this person?
Right.
And all of a sudden, because you're in high school, you have a bigger, I don't say class, but you're intertwined with everybody. So instead of just knowing freshmen, now you know like seniors.
Yeah.
Now your whole life's all different.
Yeah.
And then you spend the next 4 years together. You get out of there, you go to college, or you don't go to college. But you stay in a small group of people those 4 years, because by the time you're 25-ish, you start getting married, start having kids, like everyone starts kind of living life a little bit more, like, or graduating and living life. All of a sudden, those 4 friends, 4 years of friends, might not be there because
they went here and then they went there.
Yeah, one friend got married and had a kid. Well, they can't go out drinking anymore. One kid fell in love with a girl. She moved to California. He moved with him. One, and all of a sudden, those group of friends aren't friends. And all of a sudden, you're married or you're with someone. You're serious. Now you're with that one person, and now you feel like that's 4 years of friends that come in, because now you have a new group of friends, because maybe you have a house, maybe you're like you're married, like now you have married friends, like you guys right now, you're married. Sam is engaged with Joey, but Joey might have a child and say, I don't want to be here anymore. Now those 4 years of your with Sam are not over, but they're not the same anymore,
right?
Because now she has a little one. I'm not saying that's going to happen, because I don't know if she wants children or not before Sam comes down.
Whatever. She hears you. Right? Her ears are like. Yeah. I think I heard my voice. I think my name. I need to go down.
I'm out.
I'm not having kids.
No, but that's just the way it is. It's just a weird situation where it's like 4 years and it constantly changes. So if you're trying to please someone, in 4 years, you're not going to... And I know it's not exactly 4 years, but there's a cluster of things. Like, I was real close to your dad in high school. Then we're not close after high school.
Yeah.
You kids were all born. I wasn't around when you guys were all born. Then I got to see your dad 10 years later, and then we became friends, and we were friends for a long... I mean, we're still friends, but we were really close in the beginning when you guys were all little in high school.
Yeah,
and
you were over all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
we were at your house all the time, too.
I feel like somebody was always somewhere, you know, and now I rarely see your dad.
Yeah.
And I'm spending more time, like I spend one night with you, like... And I got to see Ashley.
And my dad reincarnated. You're welcome.
If you are sometimes. And I get to see
clone.
I see Ashley more. Like, I don't see Sammy as much anymore. Yeah. But like there's that whole thing. So my life's changed. Yeah. His life's changed. He probably has new friends to some degree, you know. And at work changes. So I think like the page changed. We went from being a story to being Goofy Who memes, where it's just Doctor Who funny things. Then it became Goofy Geek, where it's just tons of things. Then now we're doing podcasts and stuff. Yeah. Crazy, huh? And we're doing movies and TVs. I love it because it makes me watch like old TV movies, or makes me want to watch things a little bit more. Yeah. And yet we're still gonna have challenges because we talked about trying to come up with something funny and just saying, okay, we can just throw stuff in here to try to entertain.
Tell us what you want us to do.
They don't talk to us. The one person is out there going, I don't know. We don't listen.
It's me checking the views.
It's literally Brian. Just click up. Not me. Click out. Not me yet.
It's Marin waiting for Brian.
And it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It just things constantly.
I like
change.
doing the movies too because it has me watch movies that I never even would have thought to put on.
Right. Or
it's like, I'll watch that eventually.
You know what the weird thing for me is? I watch old movies and I'll go, why don't we make movies like this anymore? It was so light. Like I just feel like every movie I see is like this like huge plot, huge CGI. Not that CGI, because it really makes
Right.
it does make it good better. But it's just like it was simpler then. You just knew this was it, and this is
Right. And it was shorter.
Yes.
I could sit through those movies.
Yes.
Now I'm like, I gotta take a break. Like, I just don't have the attention span to watch a 4-hour movie.
Yeah.
I can sit there and watch episodes of TV.
You know what kills me? You know, like I literally, excuse me, will watch YouTube, and I always seem to get that one person who's like, "Did you see this in Thor?" And I'm like, "No."
Nope. Am I gonna watch
have,
it?
like,
no.
They all have like 6 things.
Oh my god. You're
know.
gonna make it through?
No, I drank wrong. It's the wrong pipe. Okay, I'm good now.
You gotta use the glass one. Sorry.
It's literally who says, "You see this on Thor, or you see this in Toy Story," and I'm like, "Oh, that's a good one." Did you see this in Toy Story 3? In the toy store, the
House toy.
porn, the porn shop.
What?
You know where all the toys, where Woody sees oh god, Little Miss Muffet. No, not Little Miss
Bo
Muffet.
Peep?
Bo Peep at the store. What was that? I thought it was like a trade store.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Don't you remember they get put to a trade store and it's like they come in, it's like ding ding, and they're like looking around, the little bell on the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They're like, "Did you see this on the wall? Did you see?" I'm like, who sits there and watches? Because they've watched this movie like 6 times.
Yeah.
Staring at everything.
Well, that's what you do.
I know I do, but I don't. Like, I do. I watch it, but I don't watch it 10 times. Like, I'll watch it one time and I'll just be like, "What's on the wall? What's on the wall? Okay, what's going here?" But like, this guy had like 6 things. I was like, I didn't notice that. I noticed A.
Yeah.
Or I noticed B. Like I thought I thought I saw everything. He's like, "Oh, this is from this, and this is from this, and this is from." I'm like, nope. Like, it was all of like every Pixar movie ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here, it's like, "Did you notice there's a flow and there was a da da da?" Oh, one thing says radiator. Yeah, there's a model flow. From
Oh. Yes.
yeah. All
I was thinking like Flow from Progressive. I was like, why would she be in there?
God ham. And I just kind of go, "Oh gosh, what are you doing? What are you watching these movies?" Like, and it's not because they watch it, because they pause it and they look at it. That's what they do. And you just kind of go, "Did you miss?" Yeah, of course I missed, because I was watching the effing movie. Like, I found A or B. Mm-hmm. And then you just kind of go, "Well, the nice little Easter eggs." And and they're like, that's the other thing. Have you seen the Easter egg? That's the other thing that always kills me. Did you see the camera guy in Harry Potter? No, I didn't, because I don't want to see the character. I understand they messed up. I don't want to see that, because that messes up the whole thing. I get he's there. I just don't.
There's a thing in the Princess Diaries 2, I want to say, where she goes on an ottoman that is on wheels, and she didn't mean to fly across the set, but she did, and there's a crew member who pushed her back on, and she's laughing, and they kept it in there,
right,
which is funny, but you never would have known that. I just found that out
and it's
a couple years ago.
It's like you just find out stuff and you kind of go, okay,
I
don't
look
mind
up for
those
that
things.
next time.
I don't mind those things. I don't mind the Easter eggs.
I love,
but I always just think to myself okay, this is a little bit too much. Like some of the things, it's I know that's what people want to listen to. Oh, tell me that blah 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 was da da da.
You just see Rapunzel and Frozen.
No, I love this. Did you know da 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 was in Star Wars? And you're like, yeah, where the hell was it? And he's like, he was a stormtrooper with a mask on. I'm like, so I would never know,
right?
I don't.
Which one is it?
I actually really, because I'm like,
Who's in Scene?
No, he has a solo fight. It's the guy that plays James Bond, the latest one that just stepped down. Craig.
You can see it. 2 hours, 4 minutes.
Yeah, and he's
11
seconds.
seconds.
He has this fight scene. Do you know it's him? No, because he's a stormtrooper and he looks like all the other stormtroopers.
Right. If he had his helmet off, maybe I could have.
Yeah, and it's and then I think does that even count as being in the movie?
Right.
If you're under
just a stunt,
because you're just I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a talking moment, then obviously that's different because you have a line.
But you're just in a suit.
No, it's not. He does have a talking moment. It's when he's the one with her in the thing, and he just says like 2 lines, and then walks out. I think that's when she's using her force, not the fight scene. But I thought it was the fight scene for the longest. I was like, oh, that must have been him fighting. And then like, no, she says like 2 lines and walks out. I'm like, this big actor put a helmet on and just says thank you or repeats what she says and then walks out. I'm like,
riveting.
I'm like, yeah.
That was so worth my time.
Yeah, some of the things are just silly. Some things are really cool.
Yeah.
But I like watching for me, okay, so our next movie is my favorite movie in this whole world. It is my favorite movie. It is the best movie, in my opinion, because my opinion is there is like 5 jokes for when there's a joke, there's 5 of them all in a row.
Yeah.
So like you laugh at 1, you've missed 4.
Yeah. Can't wait. You gotta pick up the other 4 because this brain can only pick up 1.
She's like, I didn't hear any jokes.
Right. I actually went deaf during the and blinded.
Is Hear No Evil, See No Evil, which is one of my favorite movies. With
I didn't see or hear any jokes.
And the best part when I watched this again, because I ended up watching it personally just because I love this movie, was
you thought we were doing this week too, and I miscommunicated.
That's fine. Trust me, that movie. You're
like, I'll watch it again. Don't worry.
No, I know this movie. This is the movie I've watched. Anytime it's on TV, like I'm knocking over small children. Like we're changing.
It's on.
I've done that with Marin. I'm like, Marin's like clicking through the channel, and I'd be like, and I'll catch up, and like, no.
You like push her down.
I do. I pushed her on the couch, like
you like work the remote.
I'm like, she's like, I don't want to watch this old stupid.
You like them leave. Bye.
Go in your room. Out.
Right.
I'd be like, oh yeah, I love this movie. I was like, where am I? Oh, I'm still in the beginning part. Yes.
I missed the first 30 jokes. We're only at minute 2, but it's fine.
So there are going to be changes for the Goofy Geek. Hopefully, you're going to like it or don't like it. I don't know.
There's the door.
Yeah, I hate to be that
whatever.
way. I appreciate everyone who came and liked this. No one was going to listen. I don't know why I'm doing this. I do appreciate people who took the time to like the page. And
one day you're going to be saying that, and we're going to have all these views, and we'll still say it.
We'll still say only one person's watching us. I always think that if this ever like goes super crazy, because we just haven't found it yet, we're going to find something that we're good at.
We're going to hit that spot.
We're going to hit that sweet spot. And we're going to be like, and I'm going to be like, I like to thank the one fan that watches us. And I'm just going to always be that way because 2 things. It keeps you humble. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it mentally makes me not feel like when I say something. Because I always feel like I'm going to
I got to correct myself here.
Look at the they.
Yeah.
Like
you're like, I'm walking on eggshells here.
I remember it was the first time when I was told, okay, so this is not about this person, so I'm not this person. But I remember the first time I was told that she went by he pronouns, right? Mm-hmm. Pronouns, right? So I was like, oh, okay. So I was like saying to myself, pronouns. Okay. and every time I would say something like, no, and I'd be like,
okay,
handsome. Like,
yeah.
Okay, get a little warmer, because I was like, oh my God, you look so cute in that picture. No.
Yeah.
Oh God, no. No, you look, oh no, you don't look good at all. That's a horrible picture. No. Oh no, you look.
Right. Yeah, when it comes to like pronouns and stuff, like I avoid them. I'm just like, your name is this, I'm going to call you this, and I'm going to just refer you to this.
John.
John said this, and John feels this way because John did this.
Yeah, so we're going to do changes with this, with lives. We are going to do some little more challenges. We are going to start trying to do a little more things. Not big stuff, but because we got to be true to ourselves. But we got to, even us, we've been itching to be like, oh, this would be really funny if we did this.
Yeah.
We'd be like, we haven't done this in a while. But so Sunday nights at I'm pretty sure it's gonna be at 10. I'll be
in bed.
Yeah, you'll be.
Grandma's got to go to bed.
You'll be sleeping. And
I might not be asleep, but I'll be in bed.
I'll be totally by myself. So.
All by myself.
Not really.
I wanna be.
So, and then we'll have the Thursday live, Wednesday live, which that'll be on a different page totally, and I'll probably just share it. I'll probably try to figure out. Maybe it'll be Friday because Thursday we're gonna have our live, so
yeah.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But the late night show, the talk show, craft show, I'm gonna try to share the lives share it or share after the lives, or maybe share the video because we're gonna do video and put it on YouTube and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what we do for this. So, oh god, and we're just trying to wait for all the parts to come in for that one. Because that one, it just seems like every single minute there's something new we have to get for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's soundboards, there's things I have to plug. This one we have to get headphones for. Yeah. So because the boss and it will be a tag team thing for us. So lots of point. No.
Perfect.
No. So
I'm not subscribed. I'm not paying for this.
First of all, no, it's going to be clean. So if you watch our lives. It's.
I thought you're crafting though. Crafts are never clean.
Yeah. No, but we're
Whether it be glitter.
Are you?
Because that's like that's like the herpes of all craft supplies.
Yes. How many times I woke up with like glitter all over me? I'm like, hey now.
Hey now.
So, that's gonna be like a clean sense of humor, like. Innuendos, fun, like our lives. Innuendo funny, but really keep it high. So if you have a little kid watching, I'm not natural. I have a dirty sense of humor, but I try to keep the innuendos pretty high. So
I don't know how to do that.
No, you don't. Right to the gutter. Right, right there.
That's more my speed,
The Sunday night.
So I'm not good at bowling.
The Sunday night is me by myself, so I think we're going to go with the flow of the page. That's why I'll leave it like that. So it depends on if anyone's watching. I might be just me talking to myself.
Yeah.
So a normal Sunday night at 10. So that's our thing. If you guys have something that you have one person or
hey,
just give us
figure it out.
So we're going to do one more movie, and then I think we did time for a challenge. We got to come up with something funny, something funny for the next one.
What do you want us to do?
There's no one watching. You're only
excuse me,
to
Wall.
Me.
Wall.
Hello. There's nobody watches. This is just us. This is for us to sit here and this is our excuse to talk.
Yeah.
This is how this is your wife and how my wife allows us to just spend time together, and they're not around.
Right.
And then they just watch and go, "Yep, they were there."
Yeah.
We don't cheat.
Nothing dirty.
Nothing happened. Straight man, gay woman, nothing happened.
Perfect.
It's about that time. You want to add anything? We kind of I went on a tangent.
No, I'm good.
We are going to talk about TV shows because we have two different set of TV shows we watch.
I'm watching like 30 different shows right now because I don't have the attention span to keep going.
I literally have 2 going right now, but one that's like forever long. Like I'm on episode 800 and something, so it's like there are only so many come out, so you just kind of watch them and that kind of it. I am going to go see Dragon Ball Super. Oh my gosh, was it Superhero or something? I don't even remember the movie now. That's horrible.
The new Dragon Ball.
The new Dragon Ball movie. And funniest thing is
not the porn.
The boss. The boss.
That's the after party.
Idea. She's like, "Oh, you want to go see Dragon Ball?"
Good for you, Shannon.
And I'm like,
"You like with me? You."
Where do you take my wife?
Right.
Yeah, I'm 100% for it. So we're going on Saturday. Yes, I'm going to go see the American dubbed. I'm not going to go read it. I don't know. People are like, it's not. They don't say the right. I'm like,
doesn't fucking matter.
Listen,
I got the gist.
If I got to read while they're fighting, I'm not liking it.
Kelsey read a post. Well, I just had to be like you, you know.
Oh, you're not the first.
Kelsey read a post where it was like, something about if she reads subtitles on like with Netflix, red flag or something like that. And I'm I wasn't that way for the long time. Like the longest time, like I could not have them. And then like somebody put them on their TV. I'm like, now I need them because now I need to know what they're saying. And because like now I'm like, I don't know what they're saying.
I have to, you know, when subtitles really do well for me is when it's a British show or they're Irish or they're like Scottish.
There's an accent.
There's really strong broke. Yeah. Like really strong. And I'm like, because I can listen to, I watch Doctor Who all the time, but the new Doctor, well, she's leaving, Jodie. Wow. There were moments I was like, what'd she say?
Yeah.
What'd she just say? Like, I listen to British people all the time, but she has an accent that I'm like, I know, I love her. I love that she was a female doctor, first female. I loved her, but I was just like, what'd she say? What'd she say? Mm-hmm. And Shannon's like, I'm not sure. And I'm like, oh, okay, hopefully we'll get 1 + 1 together. Like, there was little moments where you're just like, what? Not all the time, but there was just times that she would say something. It's usually when she had to talk really fast. I was like,
huh? Yep. Can only be good.
Yep. Only can be good. And I was just like...
And they were roommates.
Say what now?
Have you seen that Vine?
No.
It's like a clip of a girl walking. She's on the phone. She's like, and they were roommates. And then it flips to him. And he's like, oh my God, they were roommates.
No.
Oh, well, go look at it. It's hilarious. No. Vine compilations are great.
Okay.
Only 6 seconds holds my attention span.
No wonder you're gay. Oh, no, that was a joke. No, okay, here we go. The whole world's going to be like, that's inappropriate.
Whatever. I didn't take offense.
Thank God you didn't take my fence.
Right. Dogs already got out.
So you're the one who
let the dogs out.
So you're the one who let them out. All right, now we're getting bad now.
Yeah,
so
we gotta go.
We gotta go. I'd like to thank the Goofy Geek Boutique for sponsoring us. We are here on Tuesdays.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell.
But we are going to start coming on the Goofy Geek. Hey, now. We will be here on Thursdays on the Goofy Geek page from now on. So at... I believe...
Until we get tired of it again.
What time? 6? No, we're not. This is going to be... Well, because this is unfortunately one of those things is...
I was joking. Just
I know. But if we don't have these, then I'm almost going to be like, there's no point in even having the page. And I don't want to do that. No, I know. What time? We could be like 6:45 because we're going to have everyone watch us set up. Sure. I can't believe that people are going to watch us set up.
I think believe anyone's going to watch us.
I believe someone's going to be looking at
Nobody watches us now. You really think they're going to watch the lives?
Yeah, we were getting popular.
Yeah, then we're like, nah, we don't need it.
We're trying to change up things.
Yeah.
We're out.
Backfire. See you later.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.